Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly, and I've got a good one for you today because one thing that people have asked me a lot about lately is, hey, you go to a lot of these beach towns, you go to these resorts, what's the commercial real estate like in these places? And it's awful. So we're going to take a look at this. Before I get into it, please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button, and don't forget, guys, if you are interested in foreclosures, foreclosure.com is a deal where you can get 7 days for free. Use the link below, and one lucky person next Friday is going to be chosen that sign up to get themselves 3 months free. So let's get into it right away. Now, I am in Laguna Beach right now. I am on the corner of Coast Highway and Jasmine, guys. Okay? This is literally, I could throw a baseball to the ocean from where I'm at down this street, just to give you an idea how close this is. Okay? That park, that's the ocean. That's Heisler Park right there, guys, that we've been to a bunch of times. But you've got real estate like this that is available right now. That's never been available since I was a kid. If anything like this ever came up, people would fight for this. People would do everything they could to get in this real estate because of the commercial traffic. You've got famous places across the street. This place is the store across the street that has all the pottery and all that stuff, and they have the greeter that comes out there and greets everybody in Laguna Beach. But again, this place is never available, okay? So it is right now, and it's nuts that you're seeing this. You're seeing so much down here in Laguna that you haven't seen, but again, this is prime real estate, and I apologize for the cars. They wouldn't stop for me, to say the least. But you're seeing this around the country. You're seeing Manhattan real estate finally sit down, and there's a great article below talk about what's going to happen with Manhattan real estate as far as commercial real estate. Are they going to use this for residential? Now, in Manhattan and in New York, you see a lot of lofts, you see a lot of industrial areas that they turn into residential real estate. That's going to happen more and more. You're going to see this a lot more right now. But you've got these places on Coast Highway, and nice. But this stuff is crazy, guys. What's available right now? Some of these places that like look at this, okay? For those of you that know the area, this is an iconic piece of property right there. This place, these lofts and these artist locations, these different places, these are never available. Look at this, guys. Just a beautiful spot, guys. Absolutely nuts. I mean, got the sunroof right on the ocean. What moves in there? What is in there? Okay. Just another vacancy. Okay. But just crazy, guys, that this stuff is like this. Okay. So, right on Coast Highway, you got all this traffic, everybody busy. And then next door to this place, this is what got me down here, was there's a restaurant called the Royal Hawaiian that has been here since I was a kid. And this is one of those Hawaiian-themed places where you got the teriyaki chicken and the pineapples. But they used to do the Hawaiian shows, the dance shows, and all that stuff. Look, guys, finished, done, down for the count. Okay? What the hell moves in there? Seriously. Okay? The location is huge, okay? But again, it's right on Coast Highway, massive location, and it's just done. But this goes to restaurants, the sign of the times, and just commercial real estate in general. This is off right now, guys. But what I wanted to show you this because I'm so close to the beach. Oh, those areas are far away from the water. Nobody shops there. Guys, look at all the traffic here, okay? It's everybody driving by, okay? You got the Cottage across the street. It's a breakfast place that's been there forever and a day. And then it's not just a couple places. I could go down And you got all these for lease signs up and down the street. And look at this, guys. The Polestar, okay? They took this place, stuck cars in it, guys. It's now a car dealership on Pacific Coast Highway. Pretty innovative, okay? But what do, you know? So, you got the Laguna Art Museum. You got Las Brisas, which is the restaurant right there, okay? But let me show you guys. Let me just walk across the street and not get killed here. You guys, I'm half a block down the street. I'm in front of the Inn at Laguna Beach. And here's the thing about commercial real estate. There's a great article below about how buyers are now putting pen to paper and seeing if this is economically feasible to be doing this right now. And guess what? They're finding out that it's not. They're finding out that, you know, you've got to look at the property. You've got to look at the numbers before you go and buy the property. So, more and more problems. Think about this. 2.5 years, some of these businesses have not paid their rent. 2.5 years. Who can live with that? What person cannot get a payment for 2.5 years and have it be okay? Now, to give you guys an idea as far as where I'm at, okay, I'm going to walk in and stay up on top of the hill. PCH is behind me. And then you walk over here, guys, and that's Main Beach right there, okay? So, you know? So it's crazy. So, oh, it's a dead area. There's nobody. Look at this place, guys. There's thousands of people on the beach right now, okay? So it's crazy that these places are empty right now because nobody can afford to be out here. People are not spending the money that they used to spend to go out and go to the beach right now. Just not doing it. So let's go back out to the main drag. But one thing, talking to my friend Jay that does the foreclosures. The foreclosures in commercial real estate are the biggest problem. That's the canary in the coal mine. That's where you're seeing more problems right now because it's just a house of cards that is going to fall apart. And eventually you're going to see these places just completely go upside down. They're going to start taking these places and bringing them back to the bank because people are not paying their rent. Now, a lot of places in Newport, a lot of places in Laguna, legacy properties, families have owned them for decades. And again, it gets old. Not getting money, it gets old. And when you look at people like Scott Walters and Economic Ninja and other people like that, you know, eventually people are going to have to take something on these properties to survive. I mean, you know, you'd rather have somebody paying on something and, like Scott says, get them up to market value over getting nothing. So, but again, a business needs to have revenue. So a lot of these places have that problem, okay? It's got a lot of people out here hanging out, having a good time. So, again, I'll walk down a little further and show you guys this, but the commercial real estate's in a real problem. One thing that I'm getting a kick out of is you're starting to see more super high-end properties get sold and be put in the auction block for rentals right away. Hey, we can rent this place out. Great property just sold for $20 million in Malibu, and immediately they put the place on the market for rent for $35,000 a month, which sounds like a lot of money, but it's really not. And it makes the house upside down for the value. Think about this. 35 grand a month right now on that house to equal, just rent to equal the purchase price of $20 million would take 571 months. So it takes 57 years for that to happen. So crazy numbers that these people are getting. Now there's houses in Malibu right now that are renting for $150,000 a month. Read the article below because it's crazy. They're getting $150,000 a month for some of these houses, and during the summer peak months, like right now, they're getting as much as $250,000 a month in rent. Now, Laguna Cinema, that's been down. They've been trying to remodel that. It's been closed. It's going to be a restaurant. It's going to be dinner shows. It is, it's not, whatever, okay? But again, guys, you've got so many people out here. It's completely packed. So to sit there and say that this is not, a prime real estate area or a prime vacation area is crazy. But again, people are not spending the money on the $100 bikinis and, the different places out here. They're just not spending the money out here. So that's the problem. Is the pizza place doing well? Who knows? Is the ice cream place doing well? Who knows? But you can't say that there's not that there's a lack of people out here shopping, because you just got an audience out here and it's crazy. So let me go up the street a little more. Let's take a look at some more stuff. I walked over to Forest Avenue, which is an area that since the health crisis, they shut this area down, which is nice. But you've got some areas down here that are not doing well. And some of the places that are just closed that are crazy. Again, not for lack of people. Don't tell me, you don't understand. It's not that busy. So, you can have only so many art galleries down here where people are going to spend $5,000 on a painting. But one thing I also want to talk to you guys about was stores, grocery stores right now. I went into a store called Albertsons last night, and about 10 o'clock at night, and the guy was the manager of the store, and just seemed frazzled. And we got to talking, and he just says, it's just the problem with the employees. It's really difficult right now. Is it difficult to get employees? No, it's not that. It's that nobody wants to do the markups on the items. I said, well, what do you mean? He says, well, every day we're marking up items, and you'll have people that have an 8-hour shift, and all they will do all day long is mark up the prices. That is insane, guys. And he also said, if you want to shop at these stores that are open late, like this one's open till midnight, that's the time to shop, is at the end of the day, because you don't run the risk of stuff going up. Now, it's crazy, guys. What we bought, yogurts that are now $3 a piece for a yogurt, is insane. You've got that, you've got the cheeses, you've got the little meat packets and things like that we buy. And I buy these little budding meat packets for my girlfriend's dog as a little treat. That used to be 69 cents, 89 cents. Now they're $2 for those things. And that's nuts, guys. It's noticeable, the price increases. Now, today, we ended up at Whole Foods, and I was floored, guys, because we're walking through Whole Foods, and if you have the Amazon Prime membership, which my girlfriend does, you can put the Amazon Prime membership up and they give you a discount. But look at the prices of juices like this. Pomegranate juice for $11 is nuts, okay? It's absolutely insane. And then blueberry juice, that is $13.29 for blueberry juice. Now, yeah, you got to have the Amazon Prime. I don't have that, guys, and if I wanted that, that's just insane, but it just stopped me in my tracks looking at this stuff. So, who can afford this stuff? Who can afford what's happening? 75% of everybody surveyed on this one survey talked about inflationary prices, and what they're doing to their households. It's destroying households right now, guys. It's making it so that people cannot afford to go do things. Now, when you're out here and you look at a place like this, you got, the ice cream shop's got a line to it, and people are just out hanging out. But we'll go down to the restaurants and some of the stores and stuff, because at the end of the street, it's a ghost town. It's absolutely dead, and it's because it has nothing to do with the people. There's a ton of people here. It's just, that's the sign of the times right now. So, you're seeing this around the world. And I get people writing me lately, hey, quit talking about the UK. Guys, we're all in this together, guys. If you guys don't sit there and think that these prices are affecting everybody from around the globe, you're kidding yourself right now, because we're seeing this. Now, it's crazy, guys. People are upside down financially, but the candy store's packed. So, and they've got the candies from the 80s and the 70s and stuff that we had as kids. That was kind of cool. But, again, if something goes bankrupt down here, usually they fill it with an art gallery in an artist town like this. They've got an art festival here. It's kind of nice, but some of the restaurants are kind of busy. you know, you've got the walkways, places to sit, it's shady, it's nice. But one thing that they did that it looks like they're going to keep this closed too, was they kept the street closed on this part of it. Traffic is just drive through here all the time. So, you know, you've got the high-end, I call it a knick-knack store for the interior designers. You got the you know, white lights and the bedding and all that stuff. Kind of cool. Nice place to visit. But guys, nuts, okay? Because it's just not as busy as it used to be. How are you guys? So, as you go up the street, there's less of a crowd. And I'll show you guys some more real estate that's done to rue, okay? Now, with 75% of the families saying that inflation is absolutely destroying them financially because they cannot keep up with inflation, you've got some supermarkets that are trying to combat this. And it was a real education talking to that store manager because, you know, what they're doing is they're just every day the prices are going up. Now there's a place called Carnes Food in Mechanicsville, Pennsylvania. They have 10 stores. They have 10 stores. They've got 1,200 employees with their 10 stores, and they are doing everything they can to keep the prices down. And what they're doing is they're buying everything on the cheap right now. They're not buying name brands. They're buying smaller sizes for butters, for eggs, for cheeses, and they're buying what they call the secondary items. Great article out of the Wall Street Journal. Okay, guys. I'm at 2nd and Forest right now. For those of you that know the area, there's the hill. You know, you've got just a beautiful spot. But let's see if I can navigate across the street. So, with that, and with people purchasing like that, they're trying to get ahead of the shopping experience for people so that people they'll be able to afford things and buy more when they go there. That's the biggest problem. Now, the other thing is food banks right now. Think about this. It's the first week of August, guys, okay? And the food banks right now are saying that they will not have enough food for Thanksgiving. Won't have enough Thanksgiving turkeys to pass out to people because of how bad the economy is. That's insane, guys. It's August, okay? Talking about giving up the ship a little early. Now, we support Joseph Dream House, which is a food bank, and they prepare meals for people to get them through when they have downtimes, and food insecurities, which again, I hate that. I hate terms like that. These people are going hungry right now. Got all these shops up here that are closed right now. It's first things first. But to give you an idea, Joseph Dream House, they had over 100 monthly donors that would give checks and money every month. Of those 100 people, 40 of them are now getting food from Fran and her business. Okay? And again, not losers, people that lost their jobs. Mid-level, mid-management, down for the count, guys. So, some of these galleries are closed. Down here, post office doesn't count. They're rarely open. But you've got these stores down here in these locations that are available that you just don't see. There should be all these people walking around. You know? But again, I don't understand not having your store open during normal business hours. Okay? It doesn't make an ounce of sense to me. But got a lot of places for lease through here. This is that courtyard that's up the street by the lumber yard. Got places like this that are completely closed. But look at all this, guys. Look at all this real estate that is done. And again, I've shown you stuff that was different from last time, guys. So you got Tibet Handicrafts open. This place is done. You got a second story up here. And a lot of that stuff is done. But that's crazy. Just absolutely crazy that all this real estate's like this. So with the food banks having these problems this early, we're going to have a real problem when it comes to winter and fall and things like that. One thing I used to take with a grain of salt was recommendations from farmers. I used to think, okay, great, you live on this one place and you're trying to dictate what's happening for everything. And they're right a lot of the times. And I've started to take this much more seriously as I've gotten older. One thing, I've had 2 people write me about this today, was that they are seeing, this may seem crazy, that squirrels are hoarding more nuts right now and preparing for winter because they think it's going to be a very harsh winter. Now, you can sit there and say that that's crazy, but one guy wrote me and said, hey, listen, I have not seen this in about 6 years, and that was when we had a really horrific winter, but the squirrels are getting ready, and why not follow their advice? Okay, why not do that? Now, think about this. I get sick of the government telling us what we should do. Spain just had something that is crazy. Spain gets a lot of tourists from the UK, and they just passed a law that you cannot raise and lower your thermostat past a certain level, which is insane. It's like, what if you have a condition? What if you don't like the heat? Whatever. Well, 19 Celsius is the highest you can have for heat, and 27 Celsius is the lowest your air conditioning can be set at. So, being an American, I went and looked this up. Imagine you can't set your thermostat for air conditioning below 82 degrees, okay? Again, I have somebody very close to me that has a medical condition that has to have the house just right all the time because of her condition. And they would, tell her no? That's insane, guys. That's absolutely nuts. And 19 Celsius, 66 degrees, guys. That's freezing, guys. Okay, I don't know about you. Now, again, I get people, I said, oh my gosh, it gets to 60s and it gets cold and they wear a jacket. And people talk about minus 30. That's hell, guys. I don't know why you would want to live in an area that it would snow that much and it would be that cold for that long of a period of time. And it's crazy. You know, that's just me. But to be able to go on vacation and be told that you can't set the thermostat to a certain level to save energy because that country made energy mistakes is beyond me. It's not fair, to say the least. But again, how about a warning that there's going to be a harsh winter ahead? Well, we could use the snow, we could use the rain down. Okay, great. But there are people that are going to starve. There are people that are going to go hungry. There are people that are going to freeze to death as a result of that cold weather this winter. And I'm telling you this right now, this new law that just got passed, you know, the energy and inflation fighting, it does nothing like that, guys. I want you to understand something. Think about this from a business standpoint. We were told that we would not get taxed if you made $400,000 or less. Well, that's not true, guys. That's not in it. And again, I spoke with the Economic Ninja today and had a great conversation, but it was funny because one of his videos popped up from late December talking about the tax implications of the new Venmo law. I'm just going to call it that. That basically, if you have Venmo and you have transactions going back and forth and you buy and you sell and you do things, it used to be that if you had $20,000 worth of transactions, okay, which is a lot, or 200 transactions, then they would report that to the IRS. Well, now it's $600, guys. So for those of you out there that have a little side hustle, maybe you're selling things, that's going to be reported. But the worst thing is that businesses right now that do $200,000 a year in sales, okay, they're going to get taxed to oblivion right now. And I want you to think about this. Small farms, termite guys, landscapers, people that sell stuff at the swap meet, people that are out here on this street selling stuff right now, their wares probably sell $200,000 worth of stuff a year. Oh, damn, that's a lot of money. Guys, it's $16,667 a month is $200,000 a year. It's nothing. It's not a lot of money. It's very easy to get to $200,000 a year, okay? So there's that. So we're going to get taxed to oblivion. It's not going to cut inflation. It's going to raise our taxes to basically 90% of the people that are watching this channel right now. So I don't know what they were thinking, guys. I don't know if you call it a duck and it's still a pig. It's a pig, guys. I hate to say that, but the older I get, guys, this is just, we're living through an economic period that you have to fend for yourself. You have to get ready. You have to prepare and prepare yourself financially. All these rich people are out buying gold and silver right now. Why is that? Why are they spending so much money on gold and silver right now? Okay? I know why, because it's the hedge. It's going to be the thing that's going to do it, you know? So Bitcoin, Michael Saylor stepped down from his company. And again, he was the biggest Bitcoin cheerleader of them all. And, you know, he's not running that company anymore. So share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. I really want to know what you think about all this. I really want to know what you think about setting the thermostat, okay? And again, guys, I like my house warm. I'm not, you know, I'm a single guy. I can do whatever the heck I want, okay? And people wrote me about firewood, how firewood's illegal in certain areas of the world. That is insane, guys. Now, I understand forest fires, and I live in an area. This area I'm sitting in right now has got issues with fires, and you kind of open fires and things like that in a beach community like this because it burnt down to the ground in 1993. Anyways, share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. Let me know what you think about all this. I'm going to end this video with these last couple stories. And before I do that, can't help but notice one more business down for the count down here. But guys, first things first. There's a story out of Study Finds, which is great, where they did a study on isolation and loneliness, and people that feel isolated and lonely have a 30% higher chance of having a stroke or heart attack at any age. So guys, get yourself out there, meet people, hang out with people, do different stuff. Now, the other thing is, this was sent to me by a bunch of people in the UK, and that is, there's a company called the Ice Cream Project that has done some crazy ice cream recipes. What they've done is nuts, mayonnaise flavored, baked bean flavored, ketchup flavored ice cream, bacon flavored ice cream. Disgusting, guys. I have never drank that much alcohol in my life that I would try this stuff. So share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys, if you would try mayonnaise flavored ice cream. When I was, about 10 years ago, I had bets with my daughter, and I lost one, and we had to go to the county fair and eat fried butter, which was basically a cube of butter stuck into batter and deep fried. And yeah, the chest pains were fantastic. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you want more exclusive content, there's Patreon. There's an email that's going out today, as a matter of fact, so sign up for the email list. And Onward and Upward, guys. And plus, don't forget, if you want a 7-day free trial to foreclosure.com, that ends this week, guys. They're giving away 3 months free to one lucky person that signs up for that. The link is below. If you want short sales, foreclosures, bankruptcy sales, they're all on there. Onward and Upward, guys. I will see you guys very soon.